And welcome back to our 2026 football preview interviews. We have Ryan Clark from Enloe High School with us today. But first, guys, I have to tell you, this year the videos are brought to you by Talk It Out NC. Talk It Out NC's mission is to reduce underage drinking by fostering open, honest, and ongoing conversations between adults and young people. Just like winning a big game, preventing underage drinking takes teamwork. Parents and teens can visit talkitoutnc.org for resources to start the conversation about the risk of underage drinking. This is already year 6 for Coach Clark at Enloe. It's unbelievable how fast time is
Goes by in a
flying
hurry.
here. Yeah, so he took over the team in the fall of COVID, so the fall of 2021. And the team's made a lot of progress. And it seems like every year he's going back here saying, yeah, we took this step, and we got even bigger goals this year. And the program has developed a lot of players that I'm interested in at a collegiate level that have become big prospects. So interested to talk to Coach Clark today. What's been the overall theme for this offseason?
Just consistency and building a competitive mindset that can take us to the next level. We like where we've been the last couple of years. We want to see if our program can take the next step and kind of get to a championship type contending program. And our guys will continue to work and put in the efforts that we need to go that direction. And we're proud of what we've done so far. Like you said, we've had some recent success and some success we're proud of. But now can we take the next step? Can we continue this consistent winning side that we've experienced the last couple of years and make it 3 years in a row of a winning season, 3 years in a row of the playoffs, those type of things, and continue some streaks that Enloe hasn't really experienced very much in our history.
Last year, there was a 5-game win streak after the week 1 loss to Southeast Raleigh, which was a good team. I think it was probably the best win streak Enloe had since that 8-0 start back in, I think, 2018. That was that included 4 conference wins overall last year. You finished 4th in a really good conference. Biggest lesson from last year, you think?
Biggest lesson from last year, I'd probably say that our program's on the right track and we got the right kids that lead us in the right direction. Last year was a good kind of prove it year for us. So yeah, we went 2 years ago to the playoffs, had a winning season 2 years ago. And I challenged our guys last year, hey, let's see if we can do it again. Like, no one's going to expect us to be able to do it again. They put together a great year last year. We finished a little shorter of what we thought we could be at the end as we got to the end of last year, and we were hoping to get our first playoff win in school history last year. But now the challenge is to our guys this upcoming year. Can we be that team that gets over the hump and wins Enloe's first playoff game? Can we get back to the playoffs? Can we get back to a winning season? Can we contend with these programs that are in our conference that are at championship level? And that's my challenge to them every day. And we're going to continue to work to try to see if we can get there. And that's all we can do is just work and put in the time and the efforts to make us the most successful team we can be.
So on offense, there's 7 starters back, including 4 on the offensive line, and another college prospect you have up there becoming like a offensive line factory over there.
Yeah.
Starting with that group, tell us about your offense and starting with that offensive line.
Yeah, so our offensive line is going to be the focal point of our offense, which is a good place to be in. We got 4 guys that played a lot of snaps for us in their time in our program. We returned Sam 04, our left tackle, who's been getting a lot of Division I interest. He's a great kid, great player. He's kind of the focus point of our offensive line but we really like the 3 other returners we have back, James Jones and Zion Bullock, who played a lot of snaps for us on varsity last year. And then we return arguably our best offensive lineman. I know Sam's got his interest, and everybody's talking about Sam, but we really like Noah Nelson. He unfortunately tore his ACL in practice last year, early on in the year. Didn't get to finish the season. He's on the road to recovery and be back this year, and we're excited about his outlook and where he goes and where he can take our offensive line. So those 4 are going to have a lot of responsibility to carry our offense to where we think we can go and where we can grow from here.
What's Noah Nelson's size, height, weight?
Noah Nelson is 6'5", 340 pounds.
Okay,
so good size and young man.
Any colleges watching?
Yes, he's getting some Division II and Division III interest just from his size standpoint. And his film last year was pretty good too before he got hurt. But we're excited about all 4 of those guys and where they can take our offensive line. Last year, that group averaged 6 yards a carry, leading us in our run game that way. And we're excited to see what we can do this year and see if we can raise that bar a little bit.
In terms of the skill guys, it's kind of a mixture of some good guys graduated last year, but there's other guys back this year. Just kind of take me through all those skill spots.
Yeah. So our skill positions are going to be led by our quarterback, Leo Gorga. We feel we have the best quarterback in the area and even in the state. He's a great kid, a great individual and representative of our football program, competitive as you can ask for. And we're really excited about the offseason that he's had. and where he's going to lead our offense moving forward. He's going to lead us both as a runner and as a passer. He's just an overall great athlete. And then we have some young guys that are going to step up and lead us at our skill positions. We returned 2 receivers, starting receivers on our receiving group, Robbie Lamar and Cameron Wright. But we're also excited about the outlook of one of our rising JV players, James Chapman, at receiver. And we have some guys battling out at running back right now. There's a group of them led by TJ Harris, Micah Woodruff, and Adrian McLaren. But we're excited about where our running backs grow. We've kind of been a run game focal point of our offense the last few years, and we're excited about where those running backs can take us. And again, it's going to come back to how well our quarterback plays, and he knows that and understands that, and he's excited to lead us this year on the offensive side of the ball. Leo's going to have a great year, and I can't wait to watch him play.
How about some of did you mention the receivers?
Yes. So the two receivers we have back are Cameron Wright and Robbie Lamar, and then we're excited about one of our rising juniors who was on JV last year, James Chapman. Those 3, and then some other guys are going to lead our receiving group, and I feel pretty confident that they're going to help support Leo and help our offense be the best group they can be as well.
Gotcha. I spaced out for a second there.
No, you're good.
You're the offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
I'm curious, how's your philosophy evolved over the last 6 years? Maybe it's kind of dependent on the players you've gotten and players that have gone.
So it started off in our run game. We were very simple, a passing game, very simple. Those first couple of years, kind of installing things. But this group, though, they've run the same offense for 4 years. So we've been able to add new wrinkles, new philosophies, new thought processes. We always want to start with being a very good run-first team. The last few years, we've had some really good running backs, and it's helped because, like you said, we're an O-line factory. Our offensive line has been very good the last few years for us. And they're going to continue to be that way because we put so much emphasis on our run game and our offensive line development. But this is the first time at Enloe I've had the same starting quarterback back-to-back years, and that's big for us. We have not been in that position before, and we understand how good of a benefit that is. There's teams right now still trying to figure out who their quarterback is, and we know who our guy is, and we know he's going to lead us to some great things this season. And so our offense is going to go and flow as Leo Gorga goes and flows with it. And our offensive line is going to help carrying him in those skill positions. We got some young guys, but they really got a great work ethic about themselves, and they're going to have a great summer and continue developing into some guys that we can count on as we get into the heart of meat of our schedule.
Gotcha. So switching over to defense, we're going to start on the line again. Another college prospect that's emerged there. I've seen recently he's picked up some pretty big offers.
Yeah, Jacob Stanford. He's going to be a really good player, not just this year and next year, his high school years, but I think he's got a 4-year college career, and who knows what comes from that. He's 6'5", 220 pounds, great kid. Like if I had to choose top 3 hardest workers in our football program over the last couple of years, he would be in that group. Just an overall guy you would want to be the focal point of your defense. Our defense is going to be schemed up to help him be the best player he can be, because if he's the best player he can be, our defense is going to be really good. We're excited about him. We got some younger guys that are working with him and kind of developing with him along that D-line, and we still got some time to figure that stuff out. But we're really excited about where our D-line is going to grow. We're going to be a little young there, but that's good. And it helps when we have Jacob Stanford to help lead that group and lead our defense.
Let's go through, I guess, the rest of the position groups there, linebackers and secondary.
Yeah, so our linebackers is probably our strongest position group. We returned 2 linebackers that were a 100 tackler and a 75 tackler last year. Jaden Creeth was an all-conference player for us on defense last year. He was our best defensive player last year on the back end. And we're excited about where he's going to do for our defense this year. We'll move him around to inside backer and nickel position. And then we return our inside Mike linebacker, George Hill, who had about 75 tackles last year. And I'm really excited about where he grows on our defense this year and where our team continues to grow and develop as we move forward. And those 2 leading our linebacking group, I feel pretty good about when we can have our box taken care of by George Hill, Jaden Creeth, and Jacob Stanford. I really like how we're going to compete in the box this year, and I think that'll be the strength of our defense for sure.
Sounds good. And there's also been some fun secondary players you've had over the past recent years. What do you got going on there?
Yeah, so we're going to be young back there, but I think we're a little bit more athletic than we've been in recent years collectively. Now, we had some really good athletes over the years, but maybe only 1 or 2 of them. I really like the athleticism of all the guys we got in the back end this year of our secondary. Our returning starter that we have back there is Ian Dobbin. And then we have a bunch of rising seniors and some rising juniors and even some rising sophomores that are competing for the corner and other safety spots. I'm really excited about the athleticism they've displayed so far and where we can grow on that side and the back end of our defense. But they're going to continue to compete. They're going to continue to work. But we're really proud of the development we've had with, you said, our secondaries had some really good football players. And we know we're in good hands back there. And I'm excited to see where they go as we get through this summer and into the season.
Specialist wise, I don't think there's much back there in terms of like the starters from last year. How are you feeling about that at this point in the offseason?
That's something we got to figure out as we get through the summer. We're still trying to figure out some pieces that can help us there in the kicking game and also in the return game. That's kind of probably the side of the three phases right now. That's probably the phase with the biggest question marks for us right now. And the good thing for us is we got some time to kind of figure those things out. And it'll come in time, but we're really excited. But the special teams has been good for us the last few years. We had a really good kicker the last 2 years, and we've played really well in special teams. And we know how important that is to us, and our kids understand the importance of it. And so we know we got some time, but we also got to figure out some question marks pretty quickly as well.
Schedule-wise, is it the same non-conference last year?
Yeah.
Flipped?
So we at Southeast Open, we host Nightdale in week 2, and then we're at Green Level for week 3.
Okay. Then, of course, you get into the conference play after that, which is
we got a bye week and then roll into conference.
Yeah, which again is a fun conference. Where are you expecting him out of the conference this year? Do you think it's going to be another wild year, or do you think there's going to be some separation at the top?
We're always going to have probably the most competitive conference in 8A. I feel like from a top to down standpoint. Some really good coaches, some really good programs. Obviously, we know that the top 2 or 3 teams in our conference have been up there consistently, whether they were in this conference or their previous conferences, and we know how good they are. But I mentioned early on, our program is trying to take that next step. We feel like we've put ourselves kind of above that second tier in our conference, and we've been up there in a team that has been needing to be respected and has held our own competitively and kind of turned the corner a little bit. And so now the challenge for our football program is, can we get on the heels and the toes of those teams that have been at the top of our conference? We know they're going to be 2 or 3 of the top teams in the state every year and annually. Let's see if we can do that. And I think our guys have taken on that challenge, and we're continuing to work and do what we can to get there. It's always going to be week in, week out, a dogfight. We know that. We understand that. We just got to make sure our competitive mindset's there so we can try to take those steps to get our football program to a championship level.
And even though you're playing all the same teams, there are going to be 4, I think, with new head coaches next year.
Yes.
How challenging is that for you when you're kind of like used to the players, but maybe not quite so sure what they're going to look like schematically?
It's always provides you a unique challenge. You don't really know what they're going to have until you kind of get some games flowing and you hear from other coaches, start to see other films. Because you can see stuff in the summer right now and be like, oh, they're running this. But come August, none of that 7-on-7 stuff matters anymore. It's time to play 11-on-11. And so we know we got to have to compete in our conference if we want to get to our goals and our dreams of winning a playoff game and taking that next step as a football program. And again, we're excited for that challenge. It's a challenge. I'm pretty pleased with what we've done in the conference the last few years. I like us to take the next step. We have the players and the coaching staff to do it. It's just a matter of us continuing to work and strive for that on a daily basis.
All right. Now, last up before we go here, let's give a shout out to your staff. I know you have good guys on your staff, and including someone you're pretty close with, and then as well as some guys that could be head coaches in the future.
So we've just hired a defensive coordinator from Heritage High School, Matt Rigby, who came highly recommended. We're excited about the direction he's taking our defense. And it helps that he has a support system he has with 2 assistant coaches that have been with us a while. Coach Clark, who you said I'm pretty close with, I would say so, Sue. My dad he's been the biggest mentor in my life. He's been my biggest fan. He's also been really someone I can lean on in the toughest of times. I mean, a head coaching position, no one more experienced than him. And so him and then Coach Camardi, our D-line coach, have been on our staff a long time. So it helps Coach Rigby kind of get acclimated to what we're doing. And then we also add Coach Young to our defense, who's newer to our staff. Then on the offensive side, it's probably been where we've had a little bit more consistency with Coach Ling, who will be coaching our O-line, Coach Witherspoon, who also coaches our O-line, and then Coach Bellamy and Coach Hewlett have been with me for a while. now. So our staff, I'm very excited about our staff. I feel like we have the top staff in Wake County, and then I take them up against anybody in the state. And they've really done a good job of growing our program. My name's as the head coach, but our program wouldn't be in the place we are if our coaching staff hadn't done what they've done the last few years. And I know they'll continue to take us to great places and great things as we move forward.
All right, guys, before we go here again, the video is brought to you by Talk It Out NC this year. From facts about the effects of alcohol to conversation starters, join Talk It Out NC to cheer for safe, smart choices. Together, we can make a difference. Cheer along with us to create a safer, brighter future at talkitoutnc.org. Coach Clark, appreciate it again, and best luck to you as things keep evolving at Enloe.
Yeah, thank y'all for everything y'all do for us. Go Eagles.